Complying with environmental regulations is an ongoing burden for companies today. These regulations result in a large and time consuming effort to survey suppliers, collect and review compliance information, and certify product compliance. The regulations grow and change, sometimes as frequently as every 6 months, requiring companies to continually recertify their suppliers and products. But there is a better way with Green Data Exchange. Green Data Exchange, or GDX, is a cloud-based system that allows companies to connect directly with their suppliers in order to obtain real-time compliance information. With GDX, you are able to meet regulatory requirements such as RoHS, REACH, and conflict minerals quickly and efficiently. Your suppliers may already be working with GDX. As such, the compliance information you might need is already available upon your registration in GDX. Leveraging existing data and determining the parts you still need data for is done immediately. There is no waste of time and resources for you and your suppliers when the data already exists and is automatically delivered, including the real-time updates for something like an update to REACH. Having identified parts that require data, you can use GDX to invite the supplier to register for free. Request the outstanding data for your parts, set deadlines, track responsiveness, and see the data as it comes back and your requests are fulfilled. Automatic reports from GDX show your overall compliance, your supplier's responsiveness, and even custom reports on priority parts, specific products, manufacturing locations, and more. Let's take a closer look at some of the additional views and features in GDX. The dashboard indicates recent activity for your account. Activity of various users, notifications, and recent part updates are captured in the inbox and recent part activity fields. This is where you can see which suppliers have recently authored data. Drop-down reports on the right-hand side of the page allow you to quickly and easily look at your current status for RoHS, REACH, conflict minerals, and request status. You can customize these reports by using the Configure Charts button. Some cases for using this would be to filter for a specific commodity, sourcing location, or risk level. Any priority can be configured based upon the characteristics or tags you assign to your parts. More on this later when we look at the Parts tab. The next tab I will show you is the Products tab. Here's where you can load a BOM and determine compliance. Based upon the BOM you have uploaded, data from GDX will populate the components and roll up to determine compliance. Also available are overall metrics for RoHS and REACH at a BOM level. You can generate a summary of the status to use as a date-stamped PDF version of a certificate of compliance. You can make an instantaneous determination about the overall compliance of a product and respond to a customer request by loading a BOM into this tool. If you are providing full material disclosure to your customers, that is also an option here. Simply click the FMD button and choose the version of FMD you would like. Finally, utilize your BOM's sourced components list to direct sourcing changes and evaluate suppliers. Find out specific gaps that are gating you from compliance and evaluate if there are other qualified sources of the component. Here is the Parts tab. The Parts tab allows you to filter and evaluate your data quickly. You can also issue a request to your supplier from the Parts tab. We'll discuss requests more later. In order to filter your parts, click for either linked or unlinked parts. Linked parts have data available. Unlinked parts will be parts with data you need from your supplier. When looking at linked parts, you may further filter for life cycle status, full material declaration availability, including use of specific substances. This is a fast way to check if you are affected by REACH SVHC updates. Speaking of REACH, you can check for specific REACH versions to ensure you are up to date. There is also the ability to filter for RoHS compliance, all the way down to the specific exemptions being taken by you and your suppliers. This will help to manage the RoHS exemption expirations by quickly determining impact. Above these standard filters are some filters specific to your own account. You can filter for parts in a specific product, parts from a specific manufacturer, recent imports of parts for example, new parts from a recent acquisition or any recent update. Finally, the last filter is for tags. Tags are customizable attributes that can be applied to your parts. In cases where a specific part does not contain data, you can issue a request to your supplier. Now, there are a few different ways to issue a request, from part by part to supplier by supplier, and all the way up to requesting everything all at once, including asking for updated compliance information. There is a more in-depth video around requests, so for the sake of this tour, we will request one part without data in order to demonstrate the request workflow. Select the part to request by clicking the box to the left of the part number and clicking Request. A banner is returned showing you that your request is in the draft status. Click on the link provided in the banner to go to the Request tab and go through the workflow to send out your request. Requests are grouped by supplier, so if you are asking for multiple parts from the same supplier, they would be grouped on a single request. By clicking Send Request, you will be brought through the workflow. First, confirm the supplier. Next, choose the items you are requesting and set a fulfillment date. You'll notice here that there is configurable language typed into each item. This is a custom setting that you can use to speed up the request process. After you are done selecting your declarations, you can select a template email to be sent with your request. These templates would be on your own corporate letterhead and can be completely customized per your preferences. Select any and all of the contacts you would like to notify of the request, and after review, you may now send the request. The request has now been sent. By going back to Requests, you can now search through this and other requests. Some applicable filters are username, this would be the author of the request, open requests that are past due in a few days, etc. You can also filter for the specific manufacturer. These filters and requests allow you to monitor supply chain response in order to inform supplier scoring and sourcing evaluation. The last stop on today's tour is your destination for any help and reference you may require. You have access to online help and full range of video tutorials. If you can't find the answer to a question, you can message us right from within the app. Thank you for taking the GDX overview tour today. Please visit our website or watch our other videos for more information on GDX. And please don't forget to check out our company blog for the latest in environmental compliance regulation news.